What if everything you've been told about hard work and success is fundamentally incomplete? Every generation has heard the same promise: work harder, and success will follow. It's a philosophy that built factories, fueled nations, and produced heroic stories of people who pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. But in the 21st century economy, that story has expired. Working harder doesn't guarantee growth, income, or security anymore. Effort is necessary, but it's wildly insufficient. Today, the people who create exponential wealth understand that money is not a reward for exhaustion. It's a result of alignment. Alignment between your skills, your network, and the problems you choose to solve. In this episode, we'll uncover why millions of intelligent, capable people never make the financial progress they expect. And we'll replace the myth of hard work with a framework built on leverage, precision, and focus. With leverage, it scales results. When output was tied to manual labor, more effort literally meant more reward. The line worker who produced twice as many bolts was twice as valuable. The farmer who worked longer hours harvested a bigger yield. But that economy no longer exists. Today, output is not linear. Technology has compressed cost and time so dramatically that working twice as long rarely produces twice the results. Consider two professionals. Both invest 60 hours a week. So hard work alone cannot create wealth because it's work without multiplexers. Economist Peter Drucker once said, "There is nothing so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all." If you want different results, stop asking, "Am I working hard enough?" Start asking, "Am I working on the right thing?" People stuck in financial plateaus usually repeat one of three errors. 1. They mistake busyness for progress. 2. They solve inexpensive problems. 3. They chase low-leverage tasks they could delegate or automate. Let's unpack these. Busyness as progress. Replying to messages, updating presentations, and attending endless meetings feel productive, but rarely correlate to revenue or growth. They serve your sense of control, not your bottom line. Solving inexpensive problems. If you solve hour-by-hour operational issues instead of high-impact strategic ones, you stay trapped. That discipline alone, not talent, accounts for most wealth differentiation. Think of it as value engineering for your time. To apply it, 1. List your top recurring activities over the past 30 days. 2. Score each 0 to 5 on impact. Does it drive measurable gain? And effort. How demanding is it? 3. Prioritize tasks with high impact and low effort first. 4. Delegate high effort, low impact tasks immediately. This exercise uncovers where energy leaks. It's the equivalent of an income statement for your calendar. You see which actions generate returns and which are pure expense. Top 1% operators rerun this audit every quarter. It's the silent accelerator behind every efficient organization. Character doesn't guarantee wealth, but it multiplies the speed of achievement. Character builds trust, and trust reduces friction. When your clients, employees, or investors don't have to second-guess you, transactions accelerate. Integrity is also energy management. When you keep commitments, you eliminate cognitive drag. That saved mental bandwidth becomes creative capital. Contrast that with the person who spends hours defending excuses, manipulating others, or renegotiating mistakes. They work as hard, but without momentum, because each decision carries hidden interest payments of repair. To graduate from the myth of hard work, you need a design approach to success. Wealth now flows to those who architect it intentionally, not those who stumble across it. There are 4 design principles. 1. Clarity. Define measurable outcomes. Vagueness destroys accountability. Work hard means nothing. Increase client retention by 15% drives focus. 2. Constraint. Limit what you chase. Great strategists win by subtraction, not addition. Saying no to non-essentials compounds quality. 3. Cadence. Work in rhythms, not sprints. Sustained performance beats spiking effort. Momentum greater than motivation. 4. Compounding. Build systems once that pay off repeatedly. If your work disappears when you stop working, you built a cycle, not a system. Document processes, codify habits, automate flows. The more your systems perform without supervision, the freer you become to solve higher-order problems, the true currency of leadership. Another barrier that keeps hardworking people under-rewarded is the constant pursuit of being liked. Respect comes from results. Approval comes from compliance. They are often opposites. If you want leadership outcomes, orient your behavior toward respect. Respect is earned when outcomes are reliable, communication is clear, and standards don't bend under pressure. In organizations, people who choose respect command upward mobility. People who choose approval experience burnout. Both work hard. Only one is promoted. Build a habit of asking, would I rather be liked today or trusted long-term? Choose trust. People may resist you in the moment, but they'll build with you for decades. Sustainable work is achieved through meaningful struggle, not minimal struggle. But most burnout doesn't come from too much work. It comes from too little progress. Humans can sustain incredible workloads when they believe the effort means something. Fatigue becomes purpose when results align with values. Hopeless effort, however, depletes energy faster than exhaustion ever could. Reevaluate work not by hours, but by output significance. Are you seeing advancement in skill, system, or status? If yes, fatigue will feel like strength training. If no, it will feel like erosion. If you're finding these insights valuable for building your million-maker mindset, consider subscribing to the channel to ensure you don't miss future episodes and strategies. They leverage people, building teams that replicate their winning methods. Capital, deploying money into ventures that earn while they sleep. Code and technology, automating value creation. Content and brand, scaling trust across audiences they'll never meet. If your daily contribution isn't magnified by any of these forms of leverage, your growth ceiling is determined by biology, not potential. The industrial worker capped out when their shift ended. The modern founder caps out only when their creativity ends. Start by adding one new lever each year. For example, document a repeatable process. Before you can redirect effort, you need an intelligent hierarchy for your goals. This series later explores the personal, professional, financial framework in depth. But for now, think of these as the three currencies you spend. Your personal goals determine who you become. Your professional goals define what you build. Your financial goals measure the impact of the first two. Hard work without harmony among these domains produces fragmentation. High income, low satisfaction. Strategic work aligns all three, ensuring that progress in one accelerates the others. Before starting any new initiative, ask which of the three currencies it enriches. If none, delete it from your calendar. End this episode with the practical protocol. For the next 7 days, 1. Track how many hours you work. 2. Classify each hour into maintenance or growth. 3. Multiply growth hours by their average impact score, 1 to 5. 4. If the number is below 25 by week's end, your effort is misaligned. Your job isn't to work harder next week. It's to make those scores rise by cutting low-value tasks and building systems around high-value ones. Repeat the audit monthly. Within a quarter, the difference becomes visible. Less stress, more output, and a growing sense that you, finally, control your trajectory. Hard work is admirable. It builds character, discipline, and self-respect. But without strategy, it becomes a leash, a self-imposed ceiling disguised as virtue. In this new economy, your competitive advantage no longer lies in hours logged. It lies in decisions made. You can't outgrind a system that's misstructured, but you can outdesign yourself into a new outcome. Trade sweat for structure. Shift from force to focus. Replace pride in activity with pride in accuracy. That's how you retire the myth of hard work and step into the era of intentional wealth creation. If you found this episode valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more strategic insights. And to continue building your million-maker mindset, stay right here for our next recommended video.